it's sad the things or the route that modern women will go just to get attention. For instance, there was 2 times I got accused of sexual assault on my job. Let me tell y'all something. I was not feeling on no bitch's titties. I wasn't feeling and touching and smacking a bitch's ass cheeks. I know not to do that because I know better and I was fucking raised right. You know what I'm saying? This is what I was doing. I guess they accused me of sexual assault or sexual harassment because something about unwanted touching. And this was also my fault because the first time I did it, I wasn't respecting people's boundaries. So I kind of got what was coming to me, right? So basically what I was doing is I was hugging on, you know what I'm saying, women, even though they told me they were like, you know, I don't want to be hugged. I don't want to do this. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And even though it was my fault, I tried to, I don't know how to properly give and receive love anymore, y'all. I don't fucking know. So I try to be positive, even though I have my own motherfucking issues to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I usually ask for hugs, even though people may think that it's fucking weird. I'll tell girls at my job, I would say, hey, I love you. And the second time I got accused of sexual harassment, this bitch snitched on me because I told her I loved her. Not like that. I was just I would say I love you as a friend. And I wasn't trying to be weird. I was just trying to be, you know what I'm saying, kind, positive. But another thing that I fucking learned is not every person that smiles in your face has their best interest in mind for you. I just feel like I can't be myself in front of anyone. If you guys been through the shit that I've been through, including other people, it makes you want to become a mean, nasty, rude, bitter person towards everyone. And I'm not trying to justify what I did in the past and what other people are doing, but I understand where other people are coming from. It's kind of like you've been fucked over so many times by people. And I don't understand why niggas tell me, Q, you need to get out more. Even though you've been through the shit that you've been through, you need to get out more. You need to have more experiences with people. And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, why do I even want to get out more and deal with anyone? I'll deal with only a few certain people, but why do I want to interact and talk with people, period, after this shit that I've been through? Because most niggas out here, they fake as fuck. There's not a lot of good, genuine people out here anymore because either they've changed for the worse or either they're dropping like fucking flies. Why get out and experience life? I'm asking serious questions. I'd rather stay to myself, I'd rather talk to nobody, and I'd rather shut the world off. I don't like people, I hate people because I don't really know who's being genuine towards me now. And I know people are saying like, oh, you need to get out and experience life because you might regret something and you might wish that you did something 20 years later or 20 years ago. And I'm thinking to myself, why does it even matter? Who fucking cares? To me, age is just a fucking number. Then the other issue about me, since I will tell people about it because everybody talks about me anyways and I don't care. But the other issue with me is I tend to overcrowd people. And I'm not aware of it and I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one time I was at my job, right? And I was like saying, oh, I gotta get cars. And I was talking behind some sister, right? And she was kind of acting ghetto. She was on the phone. She's like, damn, nigga. She's like, back the fuck up. You're in my space. And I guess the person was on the phone. What's going on? She was like, I'm sorry. She was like, this nigga was in my space. He was in my bubble. And I was like, sorry. I kept repeating myself type shit. To be honest with y'all, I don't know what this chante bitch wanted from me. All I ever showed and gave her was kindness, dignity, and respect. Because I even told Chante, I said, look, I was taught to respect my elders. I was taught to say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, blah, 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 blah. And I told her that I know right from wrong because my parents raised me right. She took this shit to a whole new level. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about Chante. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know from the information that I know about them. Chante's whole family is a bunch of bootlicking sellouts, Uncle Tom, house Negroes. They a bunch of house niggas. Y'all want to know why? Because all her family ever does is intermingle with, date, reproduce with, lay up with crackers, Neanderthals, whatever y'all want to call white people. So when I call somebody a white person a cracker, look, I'm not saying all white people are, you know what I'm saying, rednecks, or they all are crackers. No, I'm not racist, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. I don't call every white person those derogatory terms. I call certain white people those terms, like the Karens and the racist white folks. I call them those terms and don't give a fuck. Now, there are some good white people out here. I mean, I have white friends, but I'm just being honest with y'all. I don't trust a lot of Caucasians because they did a lot of dirt to me in the past. By me getting called racial slurs, then I was getting sexually assaulted by, I told y'all about, by Zach's family, his stepbrother William, his stepdad Billy. Then I was getting called all these racial slurs like the N-word, racist wind chime, and all this other stuff. So that's why I have major trust issues with a lot of white people. Not all, just saying. Because they have the tendency to play too damn much. And sometimes I can't even trust my own damn people because they will try to do fuck shit like this. Now, I know I shouldn't be making this a color or race issues because there's good white people and there's bad white people. There's good brown people and there's bad brown people, or what they want to call so-called black people. What I'm trying to tell y'all is that self-hatred bullshit, the self-hatred issue runs in Shanti's whole family. But I'm done talking about them now. I told my homegirl Ariel about what was going on, and at first I accused her of ignoring me and ghosting me. And when she replied, she's like, look, Q, I'm not ghosting you. I said, I just got stuff going on. She said, I'm very busy. And after I told her everything that was going on with me, the whole situation and everything, I told her, I said, Ariel, at this point, I just want to fucking kill myself. She was like, Q, please don't do it. Please don't kill yourself. Things will get better. Times will get better. Please don't kill yourself. Try to stay positive. Blah, 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 blah. Then I was telling Tarek, her older brother Tarek, what was going on, since they have my back. You know what I'm saying? I was telling T what was going on. I was like, look, man, at this point, I want to fucking kill myself. He's like, man, don't do it. Promise me you won't do it. The times will get better. She was trying to tell me to stay positive. So both of them were trying to keep me encouraged. You feel me? Because of the past situations that I've been through with, especially with Ariel's family and Zach's family, how that emotionally, like, mentally and emotionally fucked me up. And because of this situation where I was being falsely accused of being a pedophile, I still have my setbacks. There's days, let me just say this, there's days where I'm okay and where I'm not okay. You get what I'm saying? And at that time, this is the reason why I thought about fucking committing suicide and being done with this fucking life. It was because of the situations that I've been through. Because I'm tired of feeling depressed, feeling the pain deep inside my body, because I've been holding on to a lot of baggage, trauma, anger, hatred, and resentment towards a lot of people, because I feel like no one cares about me. I know there's some people that care, but not a lot of people. I feel like nobody really cares, to be honest with y'all. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, God, whoever God is, some people say, oh, God is Jehovah, oh, God is Yahweh, God is this, God is the universe, God is the creator, God is the cosmos, whatever gender God is, whoever the hell God is, I feel like, for whatever reason, I feel like God is letting me suffer, or that God wants to make my life a living hell. I feel like God is letting me suffer because my prayers ain't getting answered. Now, I know Christians will say, oh, pray to God, pray to God, pray, pray, pray. He'll answer your prayers. He may answer y'all fucking prayers, but for whatever reason, when I pray to the nigga, right, for whatever reason, that nigga hardly ever answers my goddamn prayers. And the nigga be leaving me fucking hanging. like God or the creator don't care. Almost, I feel like God wants to make my life shitty, a living hell. I feel like, personally, I feel like God purposefully abandoned me. Like the nigga done kicked me to the damn curve. You know what I'm saying? The reason I thought about killing myself and stuff is because I don't feel like I'm fucking free. Y'all get what I'm saying? I feel like damn near a fucking slave. What's the point of working your whole life? What's the point of making all this money? What's the point of buying all these materialistic things when you can't bring it with you when you die? When all you're gonna do is let the other person, you know what I'm saying, take over your shit, or the other person gets to have your belongings when you pass away. Like I said, what's the point? Like I said, I don't feel like I'm fucking free. You get what I'm saying? Having to fucking pay taxes all my fucking life and pay bills and all this shit. It's like, I know I came here for a better fucking purpose, but I don't know what the fuck it is. I listed multiple questions that I have about this life that I hope somebody can answer for me. So I know that people say life is what you make it, but how do you live life to the fullest? You know what I'm saying? For instance, when I was at my job, right, there was a customer at my job, and we're having a talk about life, how hard life is, and she was like, you know, how can you live life to the fullest when you gotta pay bills, you gotta do this, you gotta do that? How can you live life to the fullest? Well, let's say for instance, if somebody is struggling in the system, if someone is struggling to make ends meet, or they're struggling to make money to sustain themselves. The customer made valid points while we were both having this conversation, this random conversation. And my other question is, how can you enjoy life? You know what I'm saying? Why love life? Because I'm going to show y'all a screenshot that my boy Rasani posted on Facebook. He was saying, why do you want to die now? Why do people, you know what I'm saying, glorify death instead of life? I know I need to start glorifying, I guess, being here and waking up every rising, you know what I'm saying? I'm that type of person that just glorifies death more. I don't understand, because I feel like I said, I feel like I'm fucking suffering. He said, why do you want to see the spirit world so soon when you haven't really enjoyed life? And he was like, you know, I love life. I know he's trying to be more positive, but I don't understand or overstand his perspective on life. Maybe he's living the good life, and I don't know if I'm really living a good life or not, to be honest. There's times where I want to leave and I want to see the spirit world, but like I said, I don't know what to expect. So I'm kind of, let's just say, scared if I ever wanted to commit suicide, because like I said, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what really happens when you die. My question is, why love this life that we're living in? Why love, I guess, living? What makes life so valuable? What makes life so precious? Because I don't understand the value and importance of my life. Most of the time, I feel like life is meaningless. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I take being on this earth, or I take life for granted. I know people will tell me, oh, if you kill yourself, Christians say, oh, you gonna go to hell. And spiritual people will say, oh, if you kill yourself, you might have to reincarnate. You might have to start over again. But at this point, you know what I'm saying, if I did commit suicide, does it really matter? My question is, why would God or the universe make you restart all over again? Let's just say, for instance, if I did commit suicide or unalive myself. Most of the time, and sometimes when I wake up, I dread being here on earth. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I dread being alive.
You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I want to be in bed all day. I don't be caring about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I work or basically do anything with my life or with myself. You know what I'm saying? I just want to shut people in the world off. You know what I'm saying? I just honestly want to get by. You get what I mean? And not have to do all of this bullshit the system wants me to do. 2 days ago, I texted Ariel saying that I feel lost. Like I have really no sense of direction in this life. I told her, I said, I feel like I'll never find out my purpose in this life at this point because I'm just so confused. I don't really know what the fuck I really believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I was asking Ariel why I shouldn't kill myself. And she replied and she said, because life is worth living. She said, life gets hard, but it's definitely worth living. But my question is, why is life worth living? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't get. I said the same thing to T or Tarek, and Tarek said that you shouldn't kill yourself. That's definitely not the way to fix it. So my other question is, I know they say committing suicide is the easy way, but why isn't committing suicide the way to fix your issues permanently? You get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He said, and basically another thing he said is that everyone goes through stuff. They don't see a way out and don't see it getting better, but the grass is greener where you water it. T said, you have to work on yourself and be happy that way. Don't let other people control that about you. You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me, he's like, Q, your reputation is not ruined. He said no one is talking about it. So he's trying to keep me uplifted and positive, you know, which I'm really trying. Other things I said in the conversation was, I told Tarek, I was like, hey man, I think that Ariel should become a therapist because she gives good advice on people's problems and issues. And I was telling her, I said, I feel like she's equipped for the psychology field. And I said, I feel like that she could help me and your family out. And basically, I said, I've been thinking, brother. I said, just being honest, why would the world need someone like me? I've always felt like an outcast in general. What change could I bring in the world? That is what I'm asking myself right now. So he said, why would the world need someone like anyone, Q? You're asking yourself stuff that's only going to make you down and depressed. You have to make a reason why. You know what I mean? Then he said, all love. I said, kinda, but I'm listening. But he said, I'm sure you have felt like the outcast, but what if I told you that I feel like that too? I'm sure you wouldn't believe me, but I'm being serious and being genuine. I've been in multiple situations where I felt like the outcast, but that doesn't mean we are outcasts. That means we are in the wrong place for us. Whatever he meant by when he said that means we are in the wrong place for us. Why do we got to go through trials, tribulations, sadness, pain, you know what I'm saying, tests, storms in our lives? Because even the Bible talks about stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I know they say that the trials and tribulations and all this bullshit we got to go through in this life, you know what I'm saying, it makes us stronger. But my question in general is, why do we have to be strong-minded? You know what I'm saying? There's times where I feel weak. There's times where I feel like I'm strong. And there's times where I feel like I'm weak. Why does humanity have to go through so many hardships in our life? Were we designed to go through, you know what I'm saying, all these trials, tribulations, issues, traumas, hardships in our lives? For what? You know what I'm saying? What is the outcome of all of this shit? You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to find out. That's what I don't understand. So I hope that somebody will be able to answer my questions The last thing that I'm going to say is Ariel was telling me maybe try to pray, try to go to therapy. And like I said, in my opinion, I feel like prayer doesn't work because I've tried prayer. And in the past, I'm not going to say that therapy or seeing a therapist doesn't work because I've seen a counselor, I've seen a therapist many times in my fucking life, like damn near only 2 times in my life. And it's like, I'm very skeptical about therapy. Y'all get what I'm saying? Even though my mom was like, come on, Q, you need to talk to a therapist. You need to see a therapist. They're professionals. It's like I said, I just don't trust a lot of people. I don't really open up to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I see that I feel like Ariel has a different perspective on, I guess, therapists now. Now, I don't know if she's taking therapy for her problems or not. That's not really my business. But she suggested therapy because the first time we had to talk about therapy, she was like, it doesn't work. It doesn't do this. They only care about the money. Now she's trying to suggest it to me for whatever reason. I can tell that Ariel has a more positive aspect, outlook, you know what I'm saying, on counselors, therapists, psychiatrists. Because a few months ago when I was still going through depression because of the situation with Ariel's mom, Maria, you know what I'm saying, her brother Tyrell, and their neighbors, Zach's people, right? I asked Ariel, I said, do you think I should go see a therapist? Because I thought about seeing a therapist at the time. And what she said shocked me. Her response. She said, it could help. Recently, she said, maybe try therapy. So maybe Ariel wants me to get help. I don't know. I told Ariel about this therapist that I'm speaking with. He's a colored man. He seems like a cool, calm, genuine person that you can talk to your issues with. You know what I'm saying? Without him judging you. He doesn't criticize people. You know what I'm saying? This man that I've been talking with seems like he is somebody that's easy to listen to. You get what I mean? I'm not going to tell him that I am kind of suicidal, and that I was suicidal in the past because my mother told me by law, if you are suicidal, that they have to tell law enforcement, and that law enforcement will take you up out of your house, if you like it or not, without your consent, to put you in the psychic ward, to put you into a mental hospital. Technically, in my opinion, I think that's kidnapping. But I know that therapy works for some people and therapy doesn't work for some people, because I was having a conversation with a friend that I knew yesterday about it. I hope this man can give me advice on how to control my emotions, on how to cope with problems and issues with my life, or cope through certain situations that I've been through. I hope that this man can teach me and guide me on how to be a better and positive person. But I learned a few very hard lessons back in June. So 3 lessons that I learned back in June was: 1, when someone tells you not to do something, you don't do it. So I learned that I need to respect people's boundaries more. You know what I'm saying? The second lesson that I learned was to stop being hard-headed and to be a better listener. And the last lesson that I learned was to never befriend a minor. So that's all I gotta say in this video. I will see you guys in the next one.